Just a reminder to vote in this week's Locals poll, where you decide what deck I take to Locals every single week. Without any further ado, I hope you enjoyed the video. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and for today we have the profile for the deck we brought to Locals this past week, being Magnet Warriors. We ended up doing okay. I definitely felt the lack of Duotarion. That definitely hurt during the Primite Blue Eyes matchup. Kind of hurt the consistency a little bit there. But, so this is the list for what we brought this past week. I will go over the edits when I do get the Duotarions, but here's what it looks like on paper for now. Then we'll get to the card by card. Alright, so starting off with our monsters, we're actually going to do the Magna Warriors first. We, of course, have one Valkyrion, one Berserkion, and one Tellusion. So these guys, obviously, are some of your big guys. These two are, of course, just used to make Empyrean Magnum. Tellusion can special summon itself in the grave by banishing plus and minus. And then, of course, it can interrupt your opponent depending on the attributes they have on the field. So that's really nice there. Next, we have 3 copies of Conduction Warrior Linear Magnum plus minus. So this guy can special summon himself by dumping 2 Magnet Warriors. And then he, of course, can also get really big by targeting another Earth monster you control and gaining half of its attack points. Really, really nice. And then if he gets destroyed, he gets added back to your hand. So that's really, really nice. Next, continuing with the new cards that we got from Burst Protocol, we have the Magna Warrior Sigma Plus. I'm choosing to run 3 just so that way we can try to maximize the value off of the Conduction Warrior. So that way we can constantly get a resource back from the graveyard every single time. And we also have 3 copies of the Sigma Minus. This is, of course, to try to maximize the fusion summon potential of the deck, since it can do that. And then also Foolish Burial's a Magna Warrior on summon, so nice flexibility there. Next, 2 copies of Epsilon. This one, Foolish Burial's a magnet when it's summoned, and then you can special summon a magnet with a different name than the one you dumped, because his name becomes that one. So really nice there. Just being able to kind of dump anything and then get whatever you want. Next, we have 1 copy of Magnet Warrior Omega Plus. This one is actually kind of underrated, believe it or not. Because at first when I read it, I was like, oh, this isn't that good. But then when I really started testing the deck, I was like, oh, wait, this is actually nuts. So like with Tellusion or whatever else, we can just tribute this to instantly Book of Moon our opponent's monster. Really, really nice. Definitely a fan. Next, we of course have 3 Beta the Electromagnet Warrior, of course, to maximize the searching that we're doing. Then all the Electromagnet Warriors, they have the during your opponent's turn as a quick effect, tribute themselves, special summon level 4 Magnet Warrior. This one searches one of your Magna Warriors, so that way you can get in your hand for fusion material. And this one special summons another Magnet Warrior from your hand, so that's additional monsters for link plays or whatever. Next, moving on to the spells, we got 3 copies of Magnet Induction. So this one, as long as we have a level 4 lower Magnet Warrior on our side of the field, we can special summon a Magnet Warrior straight from the deck. So this is really nice, just being able to get whatever we want. It also does protect our Magnet Warriors from being destroyed for the rest of the turn, but since it's not a quick play spell, that doesn't really matter all that much. Next, 3 copies of the Magnet Bonding. So this is actually why they... why players want to run the Duotarion, because they can search this, and that is what I'm going to be doing as soon as I get my hands on some copies. But basically, you can add the Conduction Warrior dude, a Magna Warrior, or Fusion Summon. So you get 3 effects to choose from. And you can activate more than one of this per turn, but you can only use each bullet point once per turn. But yeah, really, really nice. Next, 2 copy of the field spell, Magnetic Field. This one, as long as we have a level 4 lower earth rock, then we can special summon a Magnet Warrior from our graveyard, so that's really nice. And then it also has a compulse effect once per turn when our rock monster isn't destroyed by battle. Or rather, when our rock monster battles and the opponent's monster is not destroyed. Next, 1 Polymerization. I'm running this currently, but I'm going to cut it for one of the Duotarions because it basically accomplishes the same thing. So that's going to be leaving the deck. Next, 3 Pot of Extravagance, just to try to get some draw power in the deck. And as far as like banishing the Empyrean Magnum, I mean, I currently have 3, but you really only need to summon 1. So, and the odds of doing that are very low. So, I think it's fine. Next, 1 Call by the Grave just to combat hand traps. 3 Super Poly. So this is in the deck solely because of 2 of the extra deck cards being Conduction Warrior Plasma Magnum and then Flux Oschenfeld. So basically this guy turns all your opponent's monsters into earth, and then this guy takes a level 5 or higher earth monster plus any rock. So we can literally just use Super Poly to help break boards to summon this guy, as long as Plasma Magnum is on the field. So yeah, I think that's really, really nice. Nice addition to the deck for going first or second. And then, of course, we have the Rivalry and Gozen. With the Plasma Magnum, Gozen is the better choice now, but we do have the Rivalry as well. So that's it for the main deck. Now we're going to go to the extra deck. This is probably going to go by very, very quickly because it's just 3 of everything. So we have the boy, Dogorod the Stone Trooper. I love this card. Basically, when you link summon it, you target a rock monster in your graveyard and it gains its attack points. And then, so if you have one of your big Magna Warriors in your graveyard, it can get pretty big. But, and then as a quick effect, you can, or during your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can target a monster they control. This guy loses attack equal to that monster's attack, and then that monster is destroyed. So it is an interruption as well. Next, Gallant Granite, just because it's a generic rank 4 rock searcher. I mean, you know, I think it's pretty self-explanatory there. Next, 3 copies of Conduction Warrior Plasma Magnum. When this guy is summoned, basically, you get to search for a magnet field, normal, or quick play spell. So you can get the Magnet Bonding, you can get the field spell, or you can get the Magnet Induction. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, he turns everything into earth. And he also has an effect where you can normal summon a Magnet Warrior in addition to your normal summoner set by sending a level 8 Magnet Warrior for cost. Next, 3 copy of Flux Oschenfeld. So this one is the Super Poly target, as mentioned before. On summon, it special summons a rock monster from hand or grave. And then as a quick effect, you can target an earth you control and a card your opponent controls and bounce them both. So that is really, really nice. And finally, rounding out the extra deck, we have Empyrean Magnum, the Superconductive Battlebot. So obviously I had these copies before the price spike, so I was really surprised to learn that they had gone up so much. But yeah, so basically he's a big boy, he's an Omni-Negate, and when he dies by card effect, he summons the Valkyrian and the Berserkion from the deck, ignoring summoning conditions. So really, really nice. It's a really, really fun deck. I mean, I was playing Magnet Warriors before it was cool. I mean, obviously there's a deck profile on the channel from last year before the new ones even got announced. Or was it last year or the year before? I want to think it was last year, but yeah, so really glad this deck got really good support. It's super fun. And yeah, so like, subscribe, vote in the logos poll, that good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.